I'm looking at this 2013 Impala for another problem. Um, this video is going to be a little different than the normal because I didn't have my video camera with me at the time, so I just snapped some pictures with my phone as I went along doing this little repair. But I'm looking at the passenger side uh, footwell there just to show you where I was working. And the problem with this is the heater control uh, didn't turn on the blower motor at all. No matter what you tried to do, the blower motor just didn't turn on. So I thought it was either the switch or something. Maybe the motor went bad or something. So I started with the motor, and so I got down here and tore this apart. Here's another picture of underneath, and you can see the hump where the motor is, and I had to take out these three little plastic clips there to drop this panel down, and then you can get into the fan motor that's up in there. And then you can also see where the wire, you will also be able to see where the wires go to the motor and the resistor module that they call it to for the power for the motor. So this is the wire that connects to the resistor module, and you can see D and E are the ones that got pretty warm, and you can see that the wires, the coating on the wires was starting to slip back a little bit because it was getting so hot. The rest of the wires, A, B, and C, they were nothing wrong with those, but yeah, you can see it was getting hot there. And I'll show you another picture here. This is the other side, and this is the last one on there was the one that was heating up the most, and you can see that it melted the plastic on there, so it wasn't getting a good connection because the plastic was melted so bad. It was getting in between this connection and the connection on the motor or on the resistor pack, so it would work once in a blue moon, but most of the time not. So it was getting really super hot, and we had to figure out why it was getting hot. All the other four connections were good. You can see wasn't nothing wrong with those. So moving on, we see the resistor pack that's also underneath there, and you can see where that wire I just showed you, that connection, where that plugs in. And we'll take a look inside that, where that wire plugs in, and give you another view of kind of what was going on. So you can see it's melted right inside there too. So that one, and it was just getting so melted that it lost the connection, and that's why the heater would not work. So that's, something that you could, what I did was I replaced the connector end, and then I cleaned this part out as best I could to remove the excess melted plastic, because otherwise there wasn't nothing wrong with it. But if you didn't remove the excess plastic that was in here, the connector wouldn't push all the way in to make a good connection. The pin that it goes in was really sturdy in there still, but you had to remove that extra plastic in there to make sure it was a good connection. So I kept this resistor pack, but I replaced the wire harness connector part of it to make sure it was getting a good connection. I was sure to clean off the the pin, the A, B, C, D, E pin, the very last one's the E one. I made sure to clean that one off really good to make sure it got a good connection in the new wiring harness. And the only thing that's in this, they call it a resistor pack, resistor module. The only thing that's inside there is this right here. It's a transistor. It's a N-channel MOSFET transistor. That's the only thing that's in there. So I don't know why they call it a resistor pack, but it definitely gets hot. So it has a big heat sink on the other side. You could probably seen that in the other picture I showed, but I just wanted to let you see what was on the inside when I took it apart, because I had to see for myself what was in there. So that's why I took it apart and looked at that. Now, we had to find the reason why it was why it heated up, and so we tore into it a little bit more. And right now, I'm looking in the trunk, or the hood compartment, and I'm on the passenger side, and you can see right down this little hole down here. That's the blower fan. That's where we pulled out that resistor module and the hot wiring harness. This is also where the filter goes for the air when it gets sucked in and from outside or circulated through the vehicle, and it blows the heat inside the car. Now, where this is located is at the bottom of the windshield, and you'll see this big plastic piece laying here that you have to snap out and pull it out of the way so you can see the opening here. And then when you look down in here, you'll see a filter down in here. So the reason I looked in here is because if that filter is dirty, that's going to make it really hard for this fan to blow nice clean air, cool air, or any kind of air to blow into the car. And if it's having a hard time getting air through it, things are going to start getting hot. And this next picture will show you that that is the reason why that module started melting and burning up. This was the filter that was in there. It used to be white, and you can see all the dirt that's caked inside there and all the leaves. You cannot let this get this dirty. These need to be changed regularly. So if you have never changed this, I would change it as soon as you can, because you will have this problem of that connector melting, or you could burn up that transistor that's in there, what they call the resistor block or module, whatever you want to call it. So it's just something that'll save you money later on. So it's just another filter that you need to change besides your other filters that you change. So once we change this filter and we put this all together, the new harness and everything worked perfect. Didn't have no problems at all. So it's been working ever since. And this video is probably a year old. It took me a while to get around to this, but yeah, I just been busy. But so that's the key point of this video. If you're having problems with your heat not turning on, your knob not working, you don't hear the blower blowing or anything, most likely it could be that connection underneath there. So make sure you check this filter, and don't just replace the parts and then not change this filter, because this filter will be the reason why it's doing that. And I bought the wiring harness right on Amazon, and this is what the wiring harness looks like. It's just a simple wire connection like this. It's today's prices, the day around this video, when I put it online, it's about $18. So and I'll put the link to this part down in the description, and however long that lasts, but it should help you out if you need this part. So I think that's about it. I think that's all the pictures I have, and then we're back to the beginning again there. So yeah, so I hope this video helps you out. If you have problems with your blower not working for your heat, or even maybe for your AC, maybe you're not getting nothing, but your AC, that'll probably, your heater is probably the one that's going to burn it up the most. I mean, it doesn't matter. You have to clean the filter. You have to change that filter. Let's just put it that way. All right, I think that's it. Nice short video. We will catch you with the next one.